played this year. And
It looks like a pro.
I think that there's been a lot of people that have had a lot of Willie conversations in the city for his whole career. And even like the biggest defenders of Willie, I think would have to be surprised that it's turned into being this good. Wouldn't you think? Like,
Yeah. Top 5 in the league right now. Celebrini, McDavid, McKinnon, Scheifele, Nylander.
yeah, he's leading the league in even strength points. It's just, to me, I am surprised that it's gotten to this point with how good he is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I always thought he was a good player, but for him to get where he is now,
Yeah.
I think it's, I mean, he's one of the best players, in the league at this point. He really is.
Yeah.
He's an elite player.
Inside the top 20, probably.
Yeah, and I think there is a level of understanding where he is right now, and the eyeballs on him, and yeah, I think he's responded well so far.
So, looking at the rest of the squad last night, do you want to get the overview, and then you and I can start picking it apart?
Yeah, you bet.
All right, flip one, please. Oh, the clips are going to be there in one moment. Using this little pause we have here,
For
Michelli.
station identification.
We have the clip. Let's
Okay.
Good solid effort all around. I thought we played a smart game, It's a good team over there. They got a lot of good offense and fast players. I thought we did a good job keeping them at bay for the most part. Penalty kill was good, and I thought everybody contributed tonight in their own way.
The puck and OZ time, for once, the Leafs well ahead. The puck ozone possession time, Leafs well ahead. High danger scoring chances at 5-on-5 are 14-6 in the Leafs' favor.
It's weird that still first period they give up the first goal, and
7 last 8.
7 straight games.
and that to me is a little bit of a concern, but more is that they mustered, I think, 3 shots on goal in the first 17 minutes. It seems strange to me that everything that they've been through already, and a team's playing the night before, that you can't come out and just fire it up.
It is funny, Kip, the shots per game, and this isn't a Leafs thing, the shots per game in the NHL are the lowest since 2003. Like, shots went way up, and now the league average is 28 shots per game.
It's not good enough.
A couple of years ago, it was 31.
No.
Well, isn't that Valley's thing, though?
The guys aren't shooting anymore.
They're not-
Get a
Yeah,
scoring
but
chance.
They're
like,
more selective.
this isn't like we've seen a lot of boring, bad hockey out of the Leafs this year already, right? But it's not just a Leaf thing. I'm looking around the league too, and I see that.
Yeah?
I don't see a ton of excitement around the net, and I don't know. Why is that? Why are the game's been opened up? They took everything.
Leafs are dead middle of the pack.
That
with Florida,
slowed
16,
games
17.
down
Mid-HL right now.
over
That's where they
over
are.
the course of the last 20 years. They've given you every rule to open up and score more goals, and now you're telling me shots on goal are down.
Shots and goal are down. Top team in the league is Colorado. They get 34, and second is Columbus at 32.8, and the bottom team, Seattle's getting 24 shots.
I mean, for their Leafs first period last night, not much.
You're right, though. With Utah on a back-to-back and Leafs kind of rolling, it's like, can we just put the pedal down?
They ended up with 5 in the period, but 2 of them came in the last minute and a half.
But did you watch that period being like, boy, the Leafs are like, I felt like they had the puck, and they were cycling the puck, and they were in on the forecheck, and it felt much. I mean, it just looked better than it's looked.
It did, yeah.
Which, I mean, but you would still like them to.
Yes, I still
test
would
the
like
goalie
them
a bit more,
to look more convincing, I think, on being a threat early, just to set a bit of a tone and a pace.
Well, this is the third coach that this era of hockey's been on, and they've always had a trouble starting. So, I mean, Babs' only thing he said for 2 years was start on time.
Started good tonight.
Michelli gets the healthy scratch the other night, gets back in, and Ruby feels pretty good, I think, with his goal and assist.
Sure.
Yeah, Luke asked him, who we're going to have on later, but he asked him about healthy scratching and how effective it can be, and I thought he gave a pretty interesting answer. How about the clip 3 about scratching Michelli?
What's the value of healthy scratching? Can it go sideways, or is it usually a positive?
I'd always say it's more positive than anything for the most part. I think, you know, there's players that are scratched because of decisions that are made by the coach, bodies, different lineups, things like that. Sometimes, like, you know, in Michelli's case, I thought he could give us more, and he did tonight from the scratch. You know, so just depends on the situation.
You really said nothing there, other than if you're not good enough, I'm not putting you in. And you responded well because I'm pushing you.
Michelli has 5 points in his last 5 games, and his ice times are like 11, 47, 12, 12, 12. That's kind of the pocket they got him in right now. I thought if he gives you 12 like he did last night, take that, right? Like, cause some chaos for the defense. Should we hear the...
Well, not to go full Kipper here, but I think it is a little bit of a cautionary. After, you know, it's kind of the perfect storm for him. Former team, coming off of a scratch, against a team that's on a second half of back-to-back. That's not exactly
Great
the most
chance to look
physical.
good, yeah.
Like, it was the perfect storm for him to come in and look good. Like, it's a nice stepping stone, hopefully that he can build on it. But, like, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced that he's, like, back to whatever back is for him. But it was a nice play.
I think that's a really important question is what is he, you know, he's 24 years old. Has he got another step to take from his best season in the league? And if so, pretty good.
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, can he become someone you can use in the playoffs?
Listen,
That's a no.
if we're completely being truthful here on the Leafs the last few years, falling short and getting their lunches fed by a team like Florida physically, he's not my top 50 guys I would have gone after.
Now, Florida's in last, so maybe they don't make the playoffs.
Then a new Florida
Yeah,
team.
there'll be a new Florida.
There'll be a new Florida, tougher team, bigger team, stronger team, and I think it was a bit of a knee-jerk reaction to losing Marner.
Who can make a pass and do a skill?
Who can we get somebody to get 50 or 60 points, super high-skilled, and for a fourth-round pick? Is that what it cost?
I think it was third, maybe.
Third? Okay,
Maybe third.
And pickings are slim. And I think they just kind of, I don't want to call it a Hail Mary because the guy did produce 50 points one year in
He's still young.
Utah.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's a bit of a long shot that this guy was going to come in here and provide instant offense and alleviate some of those lost points.
Yeah, he definitely has the feel of guy who helps you get there rather than guy who's going to help you get through. But
Yeah, pass Robertson.
Pass Robertson. Good night out of him last night. That's you'll take that. He gave you what he could give you.
I think a guy that will help you if you have to play Florida is Joshua. And I thought last night was probably his best game.
I'm starting to notice how big he is.
Yeah.
Which is a great sign. He's playing the part of a big guy now.
Yeah. I mean, that is going to be, I think that's literally part of the reason he was here. You know, last night he played almost 14 minutes, had an assist plus one, ran into a few people.
Vancouver's problem with him was one good game like last night and then 3 bad ones.
Right.
Invisible. Can't notice them.
I think if you're paying a guy what you're paying Joshua, which is around $3 million roughly,
325 maybe?
325, and he's playing on your third line, and every other night he can give you something you like, you're okay with that. You know, like you're in playoffs and you say, hold your own defensively, have the odd game where you give us a couple. We're kind of okay with that. Like, I
Ball
don't
on a goalie, cause some chaos.
change some momentum,
Yeah.
jot some guys. He ran his mouth a little bit last
like
night.
that, yeah.
Like, you know, I don't think if he could do it consistently, what would you pay him? You know, he'd probably score 25 goals and he'd be Tom Wilson light, but that's not the case. So, I don't know. You got to manage expectations a little bit. Why don't we listen to what Craig Berube thought there in clip 4?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's been coming for a while now for me. Like, I think he's back to playing the way I've seen him play before. You know, he's a heavy guy down low in the offensive zone, and he hangs on the pucks and he can make plays and he's good around the net. Like, that's where he's going to score his goals. But that's not only his game. I mean, he's physical every night, in my opinion, and he's killing penalties. And I use that line against teams, you know, depending on lineups and matchups and stuff like that. So for me, I think him and Wazzy been trending in the right direction here for a bit.
Wazzy Bear.
Wazzy. I mean, I guess what else? You can't be like Wazzer. It's Wazzy, right? It is right. I'm just trying to think about what else you would call him.
All right.
Well, it's the hockey nickname curse.
It's not
Quiz.
Sammy.
Wazzy.
You know, outside of, you know, the fourth line last night, Domi plays the fewest minutes at 10:47, and that line's a -1. I don't really have a whole lot bad to say. I thought it was an encouraging sign.
Domi played the least amongst
Yeah.
on the team.
Yeah.
Wow.
I wonder if you got to
That's-
scratch 2 guys a night. I wonder if that's coming for him.
It wouldn't surprise me at all. But I think
Saturday at home against the Bruins.
I think
probably not.
between Joshua and Domi and Lawton, there's a lot of pressure to
Shelley, Robertson.
not scratch $3.25 or $3.5 million. Like, that's a lot of money, and they made the commitment to Domi. What did they give him? 4 years?
Yep.
It's a big commitment, and $3 million isn't chump change here.
No.
So they got to find something for him. The role, whatever role they envisioned on him on a 4-year deal, they can't punt on it in a dozen games. But we'll see how it shapes up now, because Lawton's back and Lawrence is in, and how does it shape
Yeah.
moving forward here? And if there's some stability, which they've completely lacked. I was saying this morning, I was on JD's show,
Yep.
and
JD
he was
Bunk's
talking
podcast.
about, a couple of guys, and I'm like, it's just not a couple guys. It's like 5 or 6 that come to the rink and not knowing whether they're on the first line, the third line, the fourth line, or a healthy scratch. Like, they're all coming to the rink not knowing.
But isn't that the idea of internal competition? That it's like,
No.
hey, you work your way up the line. If you play good,
yeah,
you'll stay in.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. It is. At training camp, not as the season progresses here. Maybe 1 guy, 2 guys, but not 5 or 6 that you come. You want to know what your role is. You want to know where your fit is, and there has to be a little bit of comfort in knowing who you are and what you bring to the team. But is Nick Robertson out of that now?
Well, I still don't think they know what a lot of these guys are. I think this is what's happening right now, and I am going to cut Ruby some slack on this, because I do. After every game, I'm like,